got a little situation.
You do this behind my back because you left me no choice.
It's time.
I want Drew to have a night that everyone in Port Charles will never forget.
General Hospital latest update. Explosive drama rocks Port Charles as Drew's public meltdown threatens to shatter his world. Jason warns Gio to stay silent about Sunny, and Jordan positions herself as Sidwell's ultimate inside threat. Meanwhile, family betrayals, secret missions, and dangerous alliances heat up, leaving loyalties fractured and futures hanging by a thread. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Drew's wild outburst. Jason warns Gio, Sidwell's biggest threat. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Drew Kane will have a wild outburst while Jason Morgan warns Gio Palmieri. Jen's Sidwell's biggest threat could also be right under his nose, so here's what viewers can expect. For starters, Tracy will give Gio some stunning updates and keep working to convince him that Sonny Corinthos is bad news. Gio will talk to Jason about his concerns later, but Jason will insist it's probably better if Gio just forgets what he heard. However, Gio may find himself wondering just how well he knows Sonny following some disturbing revelations. Over with Marco Rios and Lucas Jones, they'll spend some time together on Tuesday's episode. It'll bring a chance for Lucas and Marco to strengthen their bond as they continue falling for each other. At General Hospital, Drew will stop by Portia Robinson's office and deliver a fierce warning. After Drew tells Portia to make it happen, he'll threaten to go to Curtis Ashford with everything he knows if she doesn't. At the Savoy, Jordan will assure Curtis that it's not a matter of whether she can handle Sidwell, it's a matter of whether Sidwell can handle her. Although Jordan will be brimming with confidence now that she's positioned herself to be Sidwell's threat on the inside, Curtis will still want her to be careful. At some point, Portia will show up and spot Curtis' conversation with Jordan. It may leave Portia with questions about what they're talking about and why Curtis is looking so chummy with his ex-wife. As for Anna Devane, she'll deal with some suspicions now that Professor Henry Dalton has admitted he moved to Port Charles from California. Some puzzle pieces could click into place and leave Anna worried about Professor Dalton being connected to all Emma Scorpio Drake's drama in California as well. Josslyn Jax will eventually take her own turn talking to Professor Dalton at the bar, so she'll ask if there's anything she can do to improve her chances at the research assistant gig. All eyes should be on Drew by the end of the night since he's set to have a major outburst. Based on General Hospital's weekly preview video, it seems Drew will melt down in public while Lulu Spencer catches the whole thing on video. Drew's evening is about to go from bad to worse thanks to Nina Reeves' plan, which will move forward once she gives Jacinda the ketamine and more instructions on the bedroom setup. Nina will make some bold predictions about Drew's downfall and trust that Jacinda can help break up his relationship with Willow Corinthos. General Hospital spoilers say drugged Drew has some shockers ahead of him, so stay tuned. Today's next update, Alexis tries to explain the commitment papers to Christina and Molly, and Sunny gets a visit from, spoiler. Today on General Hospital, Portia gets Brad to provide her with ketamine, Gio calls in reinforcements to deal with Tracy, and Anna meets Henry Dalton, who reveals a bit about his background. In Alexis' office, she asks Christina where she got the commitment papers. Molly explains that she and Diane got some of their papers mixed up, she found them, and took them straight to Christina. Christina asks how her mother could do this. Alexis explains she didn't sign them, and she wasn't going to. Christina wants to know why she had them drawn up in the first place. Alexis asks to speak to Christina alone, but Molly refuses to leave her sister. Alexis argues she had them drawn up when she was concerned about Christina, but since she noticed how much better she has been doing, she changed her mind. Christina thought they were all connecting and doing better, but now her mom does this behind her back. Alexis blurts out, "You left me no choice." Alexis says Christina has had a challenging year, and she came close many times to cracking under the pressure. She felt Christina was putting on a facade and saying what she thought people wanted to hear. She thought it would be safer for her to face her feelings in a hospital setting, and she was trying to protect her. Christina yells, because I can't take care of myself, because I'm a danger to myself and society. Christina storms out. Molly tells her mom she's not buying her excuses. Christina isn't falling apart, or putting on an act. She says her mom has been doing this for Christina's entire life. She undercuts Christina to protect her, which never works. Alexis admits she made a mistake and didn't sign the papers, but Molly says she never should have had them drawn up. Molly then storms out. A not-so-mysterious delivery. Later, Suzanne, the office assistant, brings a box that was just delivered for Alexis. She opens it, and it's Helena's dagger, which Sidwell sent with a note that her family heirloom is better in her hands. Christina goes to Adela's grave and confesses how she's messed up big time. She knows if Molly finds out what she did to her dad, she'll lose her forever, and her mom is misinterpreting her guilt over what happened for her, thinking she's lost her mind. Maybe she has. Molly arrives, knowing she'd find her sister here. Christina thanks her for having her back with their mom. Molly says they are all that's left. They don't have Sam or their baby girl. They only have each other. She tells Christina it's the two of them forever. Ladies' night out. Anna runs into Felicia at the hospital. Anna's dressed to go out, but Felicia isn't. Felicia explains that there has been a change of plans, and she will be a few minutes late. She's been waiting for authorization from an insurance company and will meet Jordan at the Savoy in her party clothes. Anna decides to stay with Felicia and texts Jordan. As they wait to hear from the insurance company, Anna and Felicia chat about Emma. Anna says she's cutting Emma some slack while keeping a close eye on her. Felicia hears back from the insurance company, which requests additional forms, so she instructs Anna to go on and she'll meet her and Jordan later. Another special delivery. Brad brings Portia all the medical files he can find on Drew, including his Jake Doe files. Portia has another assignment for him. She needs him to get her ketamine. He can't believe that's how she rolls, but quickly realizes this is for Congressman Cutthroat. He tells her he could get fired if caught with the drug, and she notes he'll get fired if he doesn't do this. Brad yells that this new arrangement sucks. She tells him to suck it up and get that drug. He returns shortly with the drug, and she calls Nina to tell her that she has what they need. Professor Dalton experiences the Savoy. Trina and Kai head to the Savoy for a night out. They run into Curtis, who learns that Kai's surgery is scheduled for tomorrow. Kai asks to speak to Curtis, so Trina heads to tell Emma they are here. Kai tells Curtis he owes him an apology. He feels he has offended him by not taking his advice about the surgery. Curtis tells Kai he is chasing his dreams, so never be sorry. Trina talks with Emma and worries that Kai's surgery tomorrow could go very wrong. Emma tells her she just needs to support Kai, and she's excellent at helping people, like she did at her protest at the Quartermain crypt. Trina brings up the ADA questioning her about Emma's expulsion from her previous school. She didn't have anything to tell her, but feels her questions were less about Emma and more about her grandmother. Dalton arrives, and Emma introduces him to Trina. He pulls Emma aside and asks how her extra credit project is going. She is working on the computer model and hopes it will impress him enough to secure the research assistant job. She receives a 911 text from Geo, so she takes off, apologizing to her professor. Jordan arrives at the club and gets Anna's text that she and Felicia are running late. She runs into Curtis, who she needs to update on her and Drew's relationship. She explains she and Drew are friends again and she will have to be pushing Drew's agenda, which is going to put them on opposite sides over the next few weeks. He knows this is part of her working for Sidwell, and she promises to let him know if anything Drew or Sidwell do will impact him. He asks her just to be careful. Trina and Kai continue to spend time together, and Kai is optimistic that the surgery will work. If it doesn't, he at least tried. He also says one thing he hasn't told her is that Drew is having everything documented, and he couldn't say no. She toasts to everything going well. Anna arrives, sits at the bar next to Dalton, who orders a continental sour. She comments that she didn't know anyone ordered those anymore, and they used to be her favorite. He orders one for her, calling her his new friend. He introduces himself as Hank and notes her accent indicates she's not from here. She explains she's lived here for years. Dalton explains he just moved here, taking a job first teaching in California, and now he's at PCU. Anna says it's a good school, and her granddaughter goes there. Mission impossible. In an alley, Vaughn grabs Joss from behind and puts her in a chokehold. When she doesn't fight him off, he tells her that she's pitiful. She thought this was a meeting, not a training session. He asks for an update on Dalton, and she says she's making progress, but the competition is stiff. He notes this isn't good, but she explains she's already trying to catch up to everyone else in the class. Vaughn says Dalton will be at the Savoy tonight, so go there, talk to him, and make a good impression. Later, Joss arrives at the Savoy and spots Dalton chatting with Anna at the bar. Tracy butts heads with Gio. At the Quartermain mansion, Tracy pushes Gio to register to vote in Port Charles so he can vote for Laura, and against Sonny owning the piers. She suggests he read a website before he makes up his mind about how to vote regarding Sonny. Gio notes that Sonny needs those piers for his business, but Tracy says it's not just coffee that is Sonny's business. Gio asks why she's going after Uncle Sonny like this. Tracy explains that she's lived here a long time and has seen what Sonny is capable of. Gio argues Uncle Sonny has done a lot of good, but Tracy says he's a dangerous man. The people who get pulled into Sonny's world end up in prison or dead, and it would devastate her if that happened to him. Later, Emma arrives, and Gio tells Tracy he's hoping she can talk her out of her plans for Uncle Sonny. A special visitor or 3. In LA, Carly calls Jason to let him know Sonny is going to be fine. Sonny, meanwhile, wakes up to see a nurse about to inject him with something, but passes out. Brick walks in and tells the nurse he's going to need some ID. She goes to get her ID but pulls out a gun instead. Brick is quicker and shoots her with a weapon that has a silencer. The nurse slumps over Sonny's feet, and Brick calls for a body pickup. Carly walks in and is stunned. Brick assures her that Sonny is fine, the nurse is not, and they had a situation. They step out, and Carly thought Brick was on his way to Dubai. He was but found blood outside a supply closet, and inside was a nurse in her undies. That's when he returned to Sonny and found the fake nurse about to take him out. Carly cries that he saved Sonny's life. Jack soon arrives, explaining he was on his way to the West Coast for WSB business when Brick's call for help came in. Brick heads out, and Carly is glad Jack is here. He smiles, anything for you. Jack admits that he wasn't just on his way to the West Coast for the WSB. He thought she might need him. She tells him that sometimes actions speak louder than words, and they kiss. Meanwhile, Sonny sits at the counter at Bobby's. Mike hands him a menu and says it's good to see his son again. Sonny asks if this means he's dead, but Mike says no, his surgery was a success. He explains that Sonny has been heavily sedated, so he saw this as an opportunity to visit. Sonny tells his dad that he was right about everything, and he should have left the business long ago. Mike asks Sonny why he's had such a change of heart. Sonny explains it's been something he's been thinking about for a while, and what happened to Michael drove it home. This isn't the first time someone he loves has been caught in the crossfire meant for him, but this must be the last time. Sonny knows if he steps back, he'll be vulnerable, but if he pushes forward, he'll get in deeper. He needs a solution, otherwise his family will never know true peace. Mike says he knows in his heart that Sonny will find a way to protect their family. Mike says it's now time for Sonny to return to his family, and they embrace. Sonny wakes up in his hospital bed and looks around. The nurse's body is gone. Sonny says, "Thank you, Dad." Carly comes in, sits on his bed, and asks how he's feeling. Sonny asks if everything is okay. She says it is, but he missed a lot. On the next General Hospital, Jason suggests Gio forget what he heard. At the Savoy, Joss asks Dalton if there is anything she can do to increase her chances of getting the research assistant gig. Drew orders Portia to make it happen or he's going to Curtis with everything he knows. Jordan tells Curtis, "It's not whether I can handle Sidwell, but if Sidwell can handle me." Thanks for watching, General Hospital fans. If you're loving the drama in Port Charles, smash that like button, drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More explosive updates are coming soon.